Huh? Yeah, it was. I expected her to play a big, solid match. I mean, she came out. She has pretty huge ground strokes. You know, she likes to go for it. But yeah, I thought my opponents have been quite different in the last two rounds. But she was certainly someone that could be dangerous if you give her the time to do what she likes to do. And yeah, overall, I was happy with the way I played.
First few matches overall, despite the win and the problems with the serve, it seems like you're fairly confident after that rhythm, all that.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, routine, but also, with each match, different situations. And yeah, of course, I would have loved to serve a little bit better in that second set today. Gave her that break, but overall, it was pretty solid. I mean, considering the conditions, I thought I served good and placed the ball well.
Scoreline reflect how you're feeling on the points?
Yeah, well, I didn't know too much going into this event because I hadn't played on hard in a few months, and I think that made me extra focused, and I wanted to really get going from the beginning and be aggressive. And yeah, I took a little bit of a break after Wimbledon and went home, and I think I kind of recharged a little bit, and yeah, certainly feel a lot more energy than I did maybe after the French.
Maria, a lot of people are talking about Robson and Stevens as the next wave of great female players. Can you comment a little? I mean, they're obviously both having great opens so far. Can you comment a little on both of them?
Yeah, I've played both of them, and Laura was someone obviously throughout the years. She thinks she won Junior Wimbledon, and she's someone that I think a lot of people expected to do well at an early age. And I mean, this is definitely her breakthrough tournament, her breakthrough Grand Slam, where she's been playing extremely well. And I practiced with her a few times, played her at the Olympics and last year at Wimbledon. I mean, she has a big game, and also a lefty, which adds to her strength. But Sloane, I played against her in Miami, I think. I don't remember the score, but she's a great athlete. I mean, moves so well. I watched a little bit of a match yesterday. Great fighter. Was able to come back from that match. But obviously, that's the newer generation, and I'm somewhere in the middle there.
Maria, what were your thoughts when you saw Kim's last match? Have you been able to talk to her at all, and what did she mean to you in your career?
Yeah, well, I was very fortunate to play a lot of matches against Kim and follow her career. I mean, she was such a great athlete, a great competitor. We always had really tough battles against each other, and it was amazing to see her career unfold, and the way she came back after, becoming a mom and having that dedication and that fire again. It was pretty incredible. It just showed how much she loved the sport and how much passion she had for it. But yeah, I actually didn't get to see her after. Yeah, crazy tournament. I don't think there's anybody else going to add to the list, not me. But yeah, I mean, it was fun watching his career. I mean, he always had so much energy on the court, especially in New York. I think everyone embraced him as an athlete and as a personality. He worked extremely hard. And yeah, it's pretty. It puts things in perspective a little bit because you think, well, tennis does come to an end at some point, and you actually start thinking about that. But yeah, it's crazy how two great players are going to be out after this tournament.
It comes to an end at a point probably earlier than the sport actually think of.
Yeah, it does, definitely. And everything is so routine in our sport since a young age. We kind of is just such a huge part of our life, and then I guess that decision, it's an interesting decision of how you decide to stop, or if your body's unable to continue, or if your mind is not there anymore. But it's certainly an exciting chapter in their lives.
Do you also feel though that you have it's really kind of a fleeting window of opportunity to contest for Grand Slams, and obviously you play at a very, very high standard. Do you at a point where you say to yourself, this isn't going to last forever?
Of course.
When you're 19, everything's going to last forever.
Well, I'll tell you, when I was 18 or even 19, if someone told me I'd be playing at 25, which is 7 years from then, I'd be like, stop. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, you're crazy. But here I am at 25 years old, and although I didn't play for 9, 10 months in my career, but I'm 25 and I feel like I have so many more years left. I mean, I still wake up in the morning and feel like I can be better and motivated, I have energy and healthy, and I mean, what else can you ask for?
Maria, Roddick said yesterday that he just didn't want to exist on tour, meaning that outside of the top 20, top,
Mhm.
20, 25, maybe not compete in Grand Slam status. Is that pretty much the same for you? Could you see yourself just saying, oh, fourth round's all right, quarterfinals is okay, win a small tournament here or there?
Yeah.
Do you have to feel like you're competing for the
It's difficult when you've tasted such great success, and when you've expected yourself to be in later stages of tournaments on a consistent basis. It's challenging as a professional athlete when you've been at the top, you've experienced greatness to kind of see yourself fall down a little bit and just think that, oh, it's okay if I'm in the third or fourth round. Of course, it's okay maybe when you've battled things and you've gotten through things to get yourself in a position to play professional tennis. Of course, in a big perspective, that's pretty incredible. But overall, when you've had that feeling of winning and you losing on a weekly basis to maybe players you expect to beat, is tough. And then your body's not exactly as it was when you're in your early 20s or teenage years, and then it all comes together, and you're like, there are other things in life as well. So.
Maria, I was watching the junior girl qualifiers and the junior boy qualifiers. I saw a lot more serve and volley players than I've ever seen before. And we're seeing Federer come in a lot more now and try to end the games quicker. Do you think that's something we're going to be seeing more in the future?
Not from me, but
Not from you,
yeah,
in general in the game.
definitely not from here. I would hope so. I think it's fun to watch. It's quicker. It's something different. I grew up with it on TV, not so much in real life. I didn't face too many players that served and volleyed. But yeah, I guess if that happens, I don't know if I'll still be playing then.
Maria, the other day when I did ask you about your wedding, you seemed surprised that some people thought it was true about your wedding in Istanbul. Then today, Sasha Vujacic wrote on Twitter that since 2 months you're not anymore together. Can you confirm
That's
that?
correct. Yes, that's correct. But it's.
So that was before Wimbledon that you split up, or did they?
No, it's been since the end of spring, actually. I was waiting for someone to actually ask me that question, but nobody did directly. Yes.
It was a bit confusing because
I know, it
people
is.
were talking about the wedding, you were split up. I mean, it's not important, but
Right. Well,
yeah,
but I've never really been the person to announce things. I never announced when we were together, or I never announced that we were engaged, or I never have in any of my previous relationships as well. It's not really the type of person that I am, or the way I like to go about things. So I'm not an announcer. I don't go and do interviews about it or photo ops.
To be invited at the wedding, so it was disappointing.
You still have a chance. I mean, I still have many years ahead of me. Yeah.
Maria, I guess it's fair to say that you've done a really good job of separating the off-court and the on-court since the spring.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a challenging decision from from both of our ends, and yeah, it was a really nice period of time for both of us, but our career schedules just made it extremely difficult to see each other with the traveling, and especially his career move to Turkey, and the playing there was a little bit different in terms of he wasn't able to travel much. He wasn't home one time during the 10 months that he was in Turkey, so that made it extremely difficult. And yeah, but we have a tremendous amount of respect for each other, and I would still love to call him as a friend. And yeah, we spent really great years together. So.
Anything else for Maria?
Huh?
Nadia, your next match?
Yeah, look, she's been playing really good tennis here, and I just saw a little bit of her match against Sharapova, and she's someone that likes the faster courts, especially in New York. I've had some tough matches against her. Although I have a good record, they've always been really tough and gone some 3-setters, some tough 2-setters, and she has a big game, great serve, and a difficult opponent. But I'm looking forward to that challenge.
Maria, it's obviously well documented that you have so much in your life, the titles and #1, and you love business and fashion and meet wonderful people. Kind of hard to have a social life when you're in Stuttgart one day and Paris the next and Tokyo. Is that a challenge?
I make time for that. I am able to have a normal life, which I'm pretty happy about. Although when I am at tournaments and I'm doing events and business-related things, it seems like my life is very hectic and very glamorous, very popular. But at the end of the day, when I'm home, I'm just like everybody else. Although my office is my tennis court, and I put those hours in, and then outside of it, I have so many friends, my family, and I'm able to have a normal social life. So consider myself lucky.
Thank you.
Thank you.